It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Great game in store for y'all under the lights on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that...
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. Brings in the kick at the 9. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
On first down, they'll run. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they went with on third down. He'll throw it. He lofts it deep left. They connect on the deep shot. And that is a touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They go play action here. Completed to his running back. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 46. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to throw this one. Throw left side, complete. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Receiver in motion, going left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd and long. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Now looking to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punting unit out now. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 48. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They put a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that'll give him a first down. He'll look to throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Give now to the running back. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Look into the air here. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Looking to throw on 1st and goal. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. They go play action on 1st. That one's complete, right side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. He's gonna push one deep down the right. And that's gonna be knocked away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his second effort of the contest. This offense ready to get going again now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now they have 3rd and short. Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Caught, nice gain left side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down. Motion man sent left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Cut at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now second and goal. Throwing from the gun here. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Pass play coming here. We've got a screen to the running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return starts at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Design bootleg here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. Back to throw now. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. From the red zone now. Finds his man over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
2nd and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Trying again, following the sack. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
3rd and long for him here. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. They'll run here on 1st down. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he could not break beyond the line. So that's how our half's going to end. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Slot receiver headed left. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll give him a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now a give on the counter. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sending the tight end in motion left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. It is caught left side. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Hauled in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 47-yard line.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives them the 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run here from the gun. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 30.
You run that draw play, Kate, you got to become a really, really good actor as a quarterback. You got to drop back and make sure those ends pass you so that draw can hit it up the gut. Not that time. That end was not buying the story the quarterback was trying to sell.
Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He manages a gain of 8 there. And they'll have 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Headed out right. He's running with it. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking, he's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Third and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense making its way back out now. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Dropping back to throw. Cut out left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the the 17. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Goal to go, they're passing. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal, still a couple of shots at this one. Still sticking with the passing game. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 10.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Wiley hauls it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 1st down, ball at the 36. They give it to him again. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught for the 1st. Gets it to the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it sets up first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 29. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll give them a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Design bootleg here. And it's caught. Touchdown! Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Brought in right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, Well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throw is caught by the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 27. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from Virginia Beach.